A lot of Mark Pope talk on the channel today. We've broken down Michigan State's win over Kentucky. We've broken down Mark Pope's disappointment and a few things he said in the presser. One more closing statement from Mark Pope that I want to dissect with you. He wrapped his press conference sitting in between Otega Owe and Malachi Moreno with this. It was very wordy again and featured about an 8 second long pause in the middle of it as he searched for verbal answers. But, quote, if you build an organization the right way, then your identity isn't about an individual person. It's about a collective group. I have clearly failed to do that up to today. We won't fail this season. We have just failed up to today. We will have a team identity. Until we get there, we are going to really struggle. End quote. He's very distraught, sad, all those things, of course, but at least in the middle of this, this was the only moment of hope I think I really saw Marpo project the entire night after the game. He said, we've only failed up to today. We won't fail this season. Do you believe him?
Truthfully, no, not necessarily. I only because I'm not inspired by any like what if I believed in him mentally turning it around, then yes, I would believe in it. But the actions and the play that I've seen early on this far, and yes, it could be an overreaction, but I'd like to side on the side of no. Because what's spearheading the turnaround? Who is it? Because I don't believe it's Mark Pope right now, unless he shows me something different, and I will come on here and be like, yeah, I was surprised by that. But as of right now, no.
Yeah, I mean, I believe the season might turn around. I don't believe Mark Pope is like gonna spearhead it. I don't believe Mark Pope believes this. Nothing he's projecting right now believe indicates a real belief that this is gonna happen. Um, this is the most frustrating part of this to me, man. And I kind of said this in the other video too, but it's so much like philosophical personality, human being, mental, emotional talk for me. This is hoop. It's
You
basketball,
know
man.
what you know what it is? It's like
What?
how people get frustrated with like Jalen Hurts at the post game presser. Like we just got punked. We couldn't hit shots. Our offense looked terrible. Our defense looked terrible. Our rebound, everything looked terrible in every category we just went through, Greg. And he gets there, and Mark Pope's just like, to be or not to be a basketball team? That's really the question. Our deepest fear is that we're not inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're just not enough at the end. It's just like, dog.
Yeah.
How I I I don't know. I don't know how Kentucky fans. I look. I know how they operate because they let me know how they operate. There is no chance that this shit's flying.
There's just it's there's a time and a place for that. There is. Like I don't I'm not saying that stuff doesn't matter, but like the question that was posed to him before this closing statement was literally just it's such a straightforward, simple question. It was, hey, coach, I know you don't want to make excuses, but Jalen Lowe and Jaden Quaintance weren't out there for you tonight. Like, how different do you think this looks if you have those guys? And instead of just simply saying, yeah, we're missing them right now, it's not an excuse. We still need to find answers because we don't know how long they're going to be out for. That is such a simple, we're missing our guys. That's not an excuse. It's not why we lost. I need better from the guys we do have. Point blank, done. Okay. You answered the question. Let's keep it moving. Instead, Mark Pope just and this is truly how he thinks, which is driving me crazy. He turns it into a spiraling answer about organizational stability and identity. Like, you don't need to do that. You're missing your point guard, your center. This isn't about like, is Kentucky basketball rotten at the core in the locker room? And he seems to think it is. Like he seems to genuinely believe that well, if I build the right group of guys with the right hearts in between their chests, then like it won't matter if we're missing one guy. Like dog, you're missing an all-American center. That's going to matter regardless of how great and connected your people are. Like it doesn't have to be so emotional. It just doesn't. And it is. That's how he's wired, but it's not helping things. to interpret this way. It's not like and you watch this. This is the one where Otega was rolling his eyes. This is where the clip of Otega like terrible body language comes from this clip. And it's genuinely to me, it's because I don't think Otega believes what he's hearing from his coach right now. I think Otega's been a part of losses before, and then Otega, the dog that he can be, has just put his head down and played through it and found answers. And I think Otega wants to hear his coach say that right now. And instead, he's like hearing his coach whine and pout about all of his missteps as if the season's over on November 18th. It's crazy. It's over emotional and it's not right. It's just wrong to be interpreting it this way. I can't believe this is what Mark Pope thinks he should be saying right now.
Right. Like I said it in the video, and obviously you can't say this at a podium, but like we gotta there's so many ways you could have talked about this and gone about it and gone about and maybe like you said, say some things behind closed doors or something like that. But like just easily could have been like, look, that's not an excuse. We just gotta strap up. Strap up, compete, get a stop, be better on offense. Like it's very I don't know. You gotta like you said, you gotta carry yourself a certain way. It's just man, he's not also like we haven't brought this up. He's not supposed to lose press conferences.
Right.
This is supposed to be the guy that's locked in with Kentucky's fan base. And I've said it over the summer every chance that I got. I'm like, this guy's the perfect guy for Kentucky because he's so in lockstep with this fan base and what they want to hear and see. That has gone out the window in
Right.
3 weeks.
Right. What do you think
So
this team's identity is? And what will it be? Because he's doing a whole lot of identity talk until we find an identity. What's it supposed to be?
I really don't have one. I really don't have one. And I'd like to place a bet that this team goes on a goddamn darkness retreat after their next loss.
I mean, right now, this team's identity is confusion. And that stems from their head coach. Like, am I wrong? I think every player on
No.
this team right now
And
is looking at each other like, what is this?
it does. And I like truthfully, I would even like to do an exercise because I feel like Mark Pope loves to do team building exercises. Like that'd be his thing. I want to go survivor style. Everyone write something on a sheet of paper and put it in a basket. I want to see how many are the same. Like everyone write on the piece of paper what our biggest issue is. 15 guys on the team, I guarantee there'd be 15 different things on that piece of paper.
Oh, I don't
And then
think there would
or
be.
no, I'm sorry, there'd be 16. And then Mark Pope would say, I don't know, but I hope we find out.
I think you're actually wrong on this.
Oh, really?
I don't think there would be 15 different answers from the players on what's wrong right now.
Why?
I think at least half of them would say the same thing. Mark Pope's our biggest issue.
Ooh.
Current starting point guard's a national champion, play for Todd Golden. You think he ever watched a head coach carry himself this way? Mo Diabate's playing poorly right now. He played for Nate Oates. Has Nate Oates ever carried himself this way? Like these guys are confused, man. Otega was looking at him yesterday, like, what even is this? I can't believe I attached myself to this again.
Yeah.
And bottom line, he is the guy that sets the tone for this. He's created this, and that's also like he knows that. That's why he's crushing himself. That's why he is suffocating under the pressure of this because Mark Pope knows this is all his fault. But I just I don't know how you snap out of this other than Pope snapping himself out of this, and it doesn't feel like that's coming anytime soon.
See you later, honeymoon.